Hello, PlayStation Universe. Here we are at PlayStation Experience 2015. Kyle, getting to check out some PlayStation VR titles, one of which is Until Dawn, Rush of Blood.
Yes. One of the titles to really come out when PlayStation VR made its big, hey, it's not Morpheus anymore, it's PlayStation VR. Now here's all these games. Here's Until Dawn, Rush of Blood. Here's an on-rails follow-up to the sleeper horror hit of the summer that you guys all love so much. So, yeah, I did get to play a short section of the game, short section of one level.
So, gameplay-wise, is it really reminiscent of, say, like arcade light gun shooters of the past? Is there anything unique?
It's funny you compare it to the light gun shooters of the past, because I feel like with any VR game, we're going to have to step back a bit and say, all right, here's the setup, here's what it felt like, right? So with Until Dawn, you play the role of a character I won't name, and they use the on-rails shooter aspect of you being in a roller coaster to kind of explain a certain character's descent into madness. That's the context of the game. So it fits within the universe. But I'm sitting in a chair, consequently sitting in a roller coaster or a wooden cart in the game, right? And yeah, the light gun shooters of the past is interesting because I'm holding two move wands. Each wand corresponds with a different hand and a different gun in the game. And then it's like fire with the move triggers. It's snap back to reload. And you'll hear the clicking, and this you have to physically, kind of like with the old Time Crisis, you'd be shooting off to the side. So yeah, it did remind me of that a bit. Plus, being on rails didn't hurt. So yeah, that's kind of the context for the demo.
Did you find yourself needing to have any kind of strategy using the two different the two different guns in each hand?
Well, there were power-ups introduced throughout the gauntlet. So as we descended down into this like a mine track, like deep underground, I would occasionally get a jump scare from a zombie or like an animated mannequins, like all these kind of things. And in terms of strategy, like definitely headshots was a thing. And as you're looking around, I got distracted because you would see collectibles, right? You can shoot collectibles for points, and suddenly an animated mannequin would like come back at me from in front while I'm looking over here trying to shoot a vase or something, right? But yeah, strategy, headshots. I did feel like the enemies I was shooting at seemed to have a lot of health, or maybe it was just slightly poor hit detection, or maybe I'm just not good at playing VR games yet. I don't know for sure. But yeah, there was some strategy did get mixed in a little bit later when, for example, you've got the basic pistol. It's like your standard 9mm in both hands. Which, by the way, the badass feeling of like sitting back in that chair and this was like, and I had to fight the urge to like do that and be like, and just like have it kind of revolve your arms. But there was a shotgun pickup, there was an Uzi pickup, and it was my choice whether I wanted to take those weapons or not, and I did, of course. But then you've got an Uzi in your left hand and a sawn-off shotgun in your right hand. Well, now you've got to think, okay, the Uzi I can just hold the trigger down. The shotgun, I get 2 shots, and then I have to reload that while the Uzi's still firing, and so it plays a little more careful, and it plays some games with your mind. There's ammo management to worry about. To be honest with you, I didn't even realize that I was using up ammo. I paid no attention to the HUD when I was jumping into it, but yeah, there's stuff to think about. And then, do I tag this guy or that monster? Who's closer to me? What are their abilities? What are they trying to do? Are they throwing something at me? Are they rushing at me? And how do I want to make my ammo work for me in that respect? So yeah, that's kind of the rhythm of gameplay, I would say.
Okay, and how was the sort of the environment, ambiance, does it live up to the Until Dawn name, setting that mood and that tone?
It's certainly different, and I mean, you're going to get that with an on-rail shooter. It's fundamentally not the same type of game, but there were scares. You did have jump scares, and which is Until Dawn. Its language is the jump scare. I mean, that's how it builds tension. That's how they unravel the player's expectations a little bit.
Build up that suspense,
Yeah, and there were choices to be made, and not in my demo, but I could see, you can actually choose, do I want to go down this track or this track along the way, and I think that will manifest itself in more interesting choices in the actual game, at least I would hope so. Yeah. Similar to Until Dawn's choice-based gameplay. But yeah, ambiance, I think what's really special about the game as a VR experience, what really caught me was this claustrophobia I got in certain sections of the minecart tunnel. I mean, you've got, you know, like refuse, like metal spikes kind of coming, like jutting out at you. There's bloody logs hanging over you. You actually have to duck around to not take damage as they hit you.
Okay.
And you travel through. And then, yeah, just, you know,
it's not just a simplistic, you know, going through the motions, shooting. There's a little bit more involvement.
There's definitely more involved, and it's not a constant gun battles either. Like my demo was fairly action heavy, but there's definitely like lulls and more of a let's look around, let's appreciate the environment kind of thing. Yeah. So that those claustrophobic moments really struck me, because when you're stuck in that cart and stuff's coming at you, and you just have to like, I did at some points feel like my head was like constrained, as if there was, you know, there's this metal spike here, and I'm like, oh god, I think it's gonna hurt me, but there's another one here, and I'm like, oh, I feel pinned.
So they're trying all these different ways to sort of distract you and get you off your concentration while you're trying to shoot.
Not pay attention to the back, and that's what right. Come at you. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I think it will, narrative speaking, it will fit into the Until Dawn universe logically, you know, as logically as it could, given that it's an on-rail shooter. I can't speak too much to the story, but I think they're going in the right direction there. In terms of gameplay, I think people are going to have a lot of fun with it, but they shouldn't go in expecting the Until Dawn sequel or even Until Dawn spin-off. It's very much it's on a totally different gameplay track.
Got it. Well, that's good to hear. Keep checking back to psu.com and also our YouTube channel for more impressions, videos, and news. Thanks for watching.